There are treatments that I really do like. So
Okay, so-
I love PRP, which
is
is
that?
when they take your blood from your arm and they spin it. Yeah.
Hailey Bieber just dropped a truth bomb about Botox that's turning heads everywhere. At 28, she's refusing cosmetic injections, at least for now. But there's one shocking exception, and it's not about beauty. Stick around, because what she revealed about her skincare, her jaw pain, and her billion-dollar business might completely change the way you think about celebrity beauty routines. Hailey Bieber is breaking the internet again. But this time, it's not about a new photo shoot, a headline-grabbing relationship rumor, or a viral fashion moment. Instead, she's getting candid about something far more personal: Botox. That's right, the controversial injectable that has long been the go-to for Hollywood stars looking to maintain their youthful glow. But here's the kicker: Hailey isn't rushing in. In fact, she has a strict, self-imposed rule that might surprise many of her fans. At just 28 years old, Hailey revealed in a recent episode of the In Your Dreams podcast with Owen Thiele that she's putting the brakes on cosmetic Botox. I made a commitment to myself that I wasn't going to do any Botox until I was in my 30s, she explained. When I get there, I'll see if I even want to do it. Pause and think about that for a second. This is a model, an influencer, a businesswoman, someone whose entire career revolves around appearances, and she's saying no, not now. Not because of fear, but because of principle. It's a decision that flies in the face of the typical Hollywood script. In a world where early interventions are normalized, Hailey is choosing patience. She's choosing self-awareness. And she's making it clear that she isn't following a trend. She's setting her own standard. But while she may be avoiding Botox for beauty, she's not avoiding it entirely. There is one notable exception, and it's all about health. Hailey suffers from temporomandibular joint disorders, or TMJ, a condition that causes chronic jaw pain, tension, and discomfort. To manage it, she does use Botox, but not for her face, not to smooth wrinkles or change her appearance. She uses it to relieve pain in her jaw, which is actually a medically recognized treatment. According to the Cleveland Clinic, Botox injections can help reduce muscle stiffness and relieve chronic pain associated with TMJ. So, in this case, the needle isn't a beauty tool, it's a therapeutic one. This distinction is crucial. While tabloids might have rushed to assume the worst, Hailey's transparency sheds light on a side of cosmetic procedures rarely discussed: their medical applications. And it also tells fans something about her priorities. She's not chasing vanity. She's chasing well-being. She's not altering her appearance for the world. She's taking care of her body for herself. And when it comes to Botox purely for cosmetic purposes, Hailey has a clear stance, one shaped by the example of her mother, Kenya Baldwin. "My mom has no Botox," Hailey said. "My mom does nothing to her skin and she looks insane." Think about that. An entire generation of Hollywood beauty icons would tell you to inject. Inject, inject. But Hailey's mother's natural approach proves that beauty doesn't need to be manufactured. Hailey is embracing that lesson wholeheartedly. She's showing that it's possible to look incredible without following the conventional pressures of fame and youth. But don't mistake her restraint for neglect. Hailey is meticulous about her skin. She's diligent, consistent, and intentional. Beyond the basics of cleansers, serums, and moisturizers, she invests in treatments that are scientifically backed and safe. She's explored laser treatments and has embraced cutting-edge procedures like Platelet-Rich Plasma, PRP, and Platelet-Rich Fibrin, PRF. Both of these therapies use the patient's own blood to rejuvenate the skin, promoting natural collagen production and healing. "I like to do things that I can trust is from your own body," she explained. "I'm just consistent with things like that. I do that a couple times a year. It's a philosophy that makes sense. Why rely on something artificial when your body already has the tools for renewal?" Hailey's approach is not just smart, it's sustainable. It's about investing in long-term skin health, not chasing short-lived perfection. And the results speak for themselves. Her skin consistently looks radiant, fresh, and healthy. Not overworked, not frozen, just naturally luminous. Hailey's commitment to wellness and authenticity extends beyond her skin. It played a huge role in her business success. Her skincare brand, Rhode, was sold to ELF Beauty in May of this year as part of a staggering $1 billion deal. That's right, a $1 billion deal, all built on a philosophy of trust, transparency, and effectiveness. But even with such a massive deal, Hailey insists she's keeping her priorities in check. "I want to preserve that for my son's future," she told WSJ magazine in October. "It's an amount of money that I have not dealt with before, so I just want to be smart with it." That grounded perspective is rare in celebrity culture, where sudden wealth often leads to flashy spending and impulsive decisions. Hailey, however, is focused on family, legacy, and security. She's thinking ahead, not just for herself, but for her 14-month-old son, Jack Blues Bieber, and his future. And that intentionality extends to her appearance as well. Botox isn't a status symbol for Hailey, it's a choice, and a carefully considered one at that. It's fascinating to consider the broader implications of her stance. In an era dominated by social media, filters, and beauty pressure, Hailey's decision is quietly revolutionary. She's sending a message that it's okay to wait, okay to resist societal pressures, and okay to prioritize authenticity over aesthetics. Young fans who look up to her now have an example of patience, prudence, and self-respect. And let's not forget the influence of her mother. Kenya Baldwin's natural beauty routine and apparent rejection of Botox is a subtle yet powerful statement. It suggests that confidence, self-care, and skin health don't require injections. Hailey is not just modeling this behavior for herself. She's modeling it for a generation of young women who are constantly bombarded with beauty expectations. But while her approach is cautious, it's far from boring. Hailey's beauty routine is dynamic and advanced. PRP and PRF treatments, for example, are cutting-edge procedures that stimulate the skin to heal and rejuvenate from within. By using her own body's resources, she's effectively leveraging nature and science at the same time. It's a far cry from the standard needle for wrinkles narrative, and it positions her as a pioneer in the wellness-focused skincare movement. And there's another layer to the story: Hailey's marriage and motherhood. Balancing a high-profile relationship with Justin Bieber, co-parenting their son, and running a successful business is no small feat. In this context, her choice to delay cosmetic Botox makes even more sense. She's focused on health, family, and longevity, rather than immediate gratification or public perception. It's a holistic approach to life and beauty that few celebrities openly discuss. Fans online are already speculating about what this could mean for the future of celebrity beauty culture. Could Hailey Bieber's approach spark a trend of delayed Botox, of prioritizing health over aesthetics? Could it inspire other young influencers to rethink their own beauty routines? The potential ripple effect is huge, and it all starts with a personal decision that might have seemed small at first: a commitment to wait. Of course, the story wouldn't be complete without considering the cultural context. Botox has long been a symbol of Hollywood perfectionism, a way to fight aging, maintain a youthful image, and adhere to public expectations. By delaying it, Hailey is challenging that culture. She's showing that beauty doesn't need to be rushed, that confidence can exist without intervention, and that authenticity is more valuable than conformity. Her choices also tie into a larger trend in wellness and skincare. Consumers are increasingly drawn to treatments that are natural, ethical, and minimally invasive. PRP and PRF are prime examples. They're effective, safe, and rely on the body's own healing capabilities. Hailey's advocacy for these treatments, even indirectly through her skincare brand, positions her as a forward-thinking leader in the wellness space. And perhaps the most compelling part of this story is how Hailey balances ambition with restraint. She's achieved incredible success, both professionally and personally, yet she maintains boundaries, exercises patience, and makes decisions that align with her values. Botox isn't about status or image, it's about timing, intention, and health. That's a level of sophistication and self-awareness that resonates far beyond Hollywood. By taking a stand and speaking openly, Hailey Bieber has transformed a simple conversation about Botox into a broader dialogue about beauty, health, and authenticity. She's showing fans, and the world, that choosing when and why to alter your appearance can be just as empowering as the treatment itself. So, what's the takeaway? For Hailey, Botox is not a must-have or a marker of success. It's a tool, a medical option, and a choice that she will consider only when the time is right. Until then, she focuses on natural treatments, diligent skincare, family, and building a legacy that extends beyond appearances. In other words, she's rewriting the rules of beauty, one intentional choice at a time. And in a world where instant gratification dominates, that's perhaps the most beautiful lesson of all. Patience, authenticity, and thoughtful decision-making aren't just virtues, they're powerful, transformative, and in Hailey Bieber's case, game-changing.